Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make a monkfish curry. This is a Sri Lankan inspired curry and one of my favourites. So fragrant, so delicious, so flavoursome. Let's get cooking. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to marinate our fish. So I've just cut up the monkfish into about inch squared pieces, and I've just put over about a teaspoon of turmeric and the juice and zest of 1 lime. And what that does is the citrus breaks down the first layer of the flesh and allows the spices to really penetrate deep inside, so the flavours will be all throughout. So once the fish has been marinating for about an hour, take it out the fridge and then we can get on with making the rest of the curry. The rice is on, and what I've done is just I've added a little bit of coconut milk along with the water, and that will just give the rice a little coconutty, more smooth taste, and it's beautiful. So now we just want to warm our pan on about medium heat and slice our onions. I want them super fine, as I've just done here. So we bake a good amount of oil in the bottom of the pan, and then we just add our onions. It's essential to add the onions before we add the garlic, ginger and chilli, just so that it doesn't burn. And we really want to ensure we cook the onions properly, really slowly, and allows the sweetness to really come out of them. So a good amount of ginger, and while the onions are just sweating off, we can cut our ginger, our chilli and our garlic and get everything else prepped along with the tomatoes. The onions are just starting to soften now. We're just going to add a good amount of salt. And what this will do, this will just draw out the moisture and prevent them from burning. So you just want to roughly dice these. This will be super rough because they do break down anyway. So the onions are beautifully soft now, and like I said, it's so important to cook your onions properly. So now we're going to go in with the ginger, garlic and chilli, which you can see I've just cut up super fine, all kind of the same size, so they cook at the same time. Just put those straight in. Now what we're going to do is go in with our cumin seeds and mustard seeds, and what you want to do is just put them in the centre, and you'll start to hear them pop. That's when you know that they're starting to toast, and just stir those round. And just toasting the cumin and mustard seeds off first, just give that extra dimension of flavours. So now we're going to go in with the rest of our spices. We've just got a small bunch of dried chilli leaves, you can use fresh if you want, some fenugreek, some turmeric, some coriander seeds and some cardamom pods that they just go put in. Fenugreek is one of my favourite spices, and I really just don't think it's used enough in food, and honestly the flavour it gives it is just absolutely incredible. So that just gets all mixed around, make sure the spices are all incorporated. So we've just left this to cook for about 1 minute to allow the spices to just kind of toast off and really infuse into the onions. And now we go in with our tomatoes. And now we add the tamarind paste, and that works incredibly well with the coconut milk, as it just adds a sweet and sour element. We just stir all this round, and the tomatoes will just start to break down in the heat, and everything will kind of turn into a beautiful paste. As you can see, the tomatoes have just started to break down. So now we're going to go in with our coconut milk, stir all that round, and leave that for about 10 minutes just until the tomatoes break down even further and all the flavours infuse into the milk. So this is now just started to get super thick, and it's been on the heat for about 10 minutes, and as you can see, the tomatoes have all broken down and just jump in. So we'll add our fish, and you want to make sure that you've cut your fish into equal sizes just so it all cooks at the same time. This fish is supplied by Fish to Your Door, which is honestly such incredible quality. It's sourced on the coast of Sussex, all sourced responsibly, and it is phenomenal. So just push them down so they are fully immersed, and you want to leave this until the flesh is cooked through and just starts to fall apart. So the fish has just been in for a minute, so now we're going to add our bamboo shoots, and they literally take no cooking whatsoever. But I like to add them just while the fish is cooking, so they really just absorb some of the beautiful flavour. The fish is just beautifully cooked now. What we're going to do is just stir in some spinach, which will just wilt in the residual heat. I've actually turned the heat off now. So just gently stir that in, and what that does, it just gives that extra extra hit of green to add that vibrance and freshness to it. An extra hit of seasoning, just a little bit of citrus, extra lime, just squeeze over the top, and we are good to go. I cannot wait to eat this. So now it's just all about plating up, so we take a good amount of our coconut rice just in the side of a bowl. Obviously, in a day and age where we're all super busy, having your ingredients delivered directly to your door is just such a plus, and the quality is incredible, sustainably sourced and just amazing. Just take some flaked almonds and just add these on the top, give that extra little crunch. Some fresh coriander, and there we have a beautiful monkfish curry.